There will be one question on your exam that talks about curve of best fit. When we talked about curve of best fit, it usually has to do with a table here, and there are two different formulas that you need to remember. These will be given to you for the exam. A linear curve of best fit is looking for the line that best fits your data, and you need to remember that its y1 is approximately some ax plus b. Now this should look super familiar because it looks like mx plus b, which is the equation for a line. What's new is a quadratic curve of best fit. So usually it's going to be something that kind of does this, or maybe tapers off downwards like this, but quadratic is that U shape. And so your formula here is y1 is approximately ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c. Now, these formulas again will be given to you, but you need to know the difference between linear and quadratic. Here, our data point is for a herd of caribou that have moved to a small remote island where they have no predators. Data on their population has been collected over 6 years. And the question that we're going to ask ourselves is, what is the equation for the line that best fits this data? So to solve this kind of problem, you're going to need Desmos. And you're going to need to put into Desmos a table. Now, if you forgot how to do that, you use this little plus sign over here and you say add table. And it'll pop up with a table, and you just input your numbers in there like this. For time's sake, I've already inputted my numbers into this table here. You'll notice you can't see them on my graph. Well, you can't because y is 225. So if you can't see your points and you want to, click this little magnifying glass to zoom to fit. There they are. Now, it kind of looks linear, but it could be quadratic. So what I've done is I've typed in both of those equations here. Y1 is approximately my mx plus b. And let's look at that line. It kind of fits some of my data, but it's not perfect. I wonder if there's a better option. So I'm going to try my quadratic curve of best fit. Ax squared plus bx plus c. Notice that I've included the ones because I'm referencing the table up top. So let's check it. That's much better. The equation for this line is going to be the quadratic version. Notice that it also gives me my parameters right here. So right here are my parameters. These are what I'm going to need to write down on my paper. So 5.76, negative 2.856, and 28.5. So let's just round up 5.76. So my A was 5.76. My B was a negative 2.86. And my C was a 28.52. So when it's asking for the equation, you're going to have y equals 5.76x squared minus 2.86x plus 28.52. Now, what it's might ask you is predict what year 7 would look like. And so we need to use the data on our graph or our equation here and plug in the number 7 to figure out what the 7th year would hold. So what we're going to do here is we are going to type in our equation. Y equals 5.76 x squared minus 2.85 x plus 28.52. And then everywhere there's an x, we're going to type the number 7 because we want to know what happens when it's 7. So what will our y be when we have 7 years? The estimate is going to be, our estimate for 7 years is about 291.